Hey guys, Moto here. Today we're going to be talking about how to integrate third-party alerts, donation goals, event lists, and all those cool things to your Lightstream Studio scenes. We've already covered what Lightstream Studio is, how to link up your account and get started, how to add images, overlays, and text. So today it's all about the alerts and the goals and all those cool things that a lot of console streamers have been begging for and waiting for. It's finally here. So let's take a look. All right, guys. So this is the question I've gotten the most so far is how do I set up my alerts from third parties? These are the alerts that like you get a follow, boom, it pops up and like, holla, you followed. Let me thank you. Or someone tips you, or, if you're a partner, someone subscribes to you. How awesome is it that you actually have alerts for these things? So we're going to go through right here. Now, this is like a sample, like if I had a video up, this picture, normally your mixer feed would be right here, not the picture, but I'm not actually live right now, so it just seemed easier. And if you missed it in the video before, I showed how you have different scenes and how you can use different layers to set up your scenes, okay? Now on this one, we're gonna add a third-party integration. And with that, you can either choose between Streamlabs, StreamJar, or TippyStream. Now today, I'm only gonna be talking about Streamlabs because they're the ones that I have found that I enjoy using most. However, I have used both of these other services in the past, and they're both great services. I have become a Streamlabs all-star, so clearly I'm Team Streamlabs, so that's what we're going to show today. So what you're going to do to add your alerts, pick one of these. I'm choosing Streamlabs, right? So here, this is where I think some of the confusion happens. You get a box right here. This is like where the alerts are. You can resize it and move it, but it says input Streamlabs URL. You can find this URL under alert box from the Streamlabs dashboard. So what this means, and I think this is what's getting people confused. A lot of us that have been streaming from other software, this is called a browser source, and you add the URL for the alert to your browser source. So when you're in these third-party apps, a lot of times if you see them say copy and paste into your browser source, that's what they're talking about, but it's actually here. It's a much more simplified layout, and so they just didn't use the word browser source. So what you're going to do, if you're using Streamlabs or whatever, you're going to go to that page. So we're showing Streamlabs. So I'm going to click it now. I can't show you what's above because it's a unique URL to each user. Do not show it to other people, whichever one you have. But if you go down here under widgets, you'll see alert box, and that's what we want to do the pop-up alerts. So you have your general settings. It's going to be different for everybody. You just look at what you want. Do you want an alert delay? How do you want the layout to be? For follows, like I used to use a GIF right here. I'm not anymore. I'm just doing text and the sound effect. You can control like volume, how long you want the alert to last. And do you want like a pause between alerts? Sometimes you get them back to back to back. Well, you could put like a 5-second delay or something on that. And then you could go in if you wanted to and edit the HTML, CSS, if you want to do all that. You can also change things like the text animation, what it says, how it appears. And so you want to do this, like I did it for follows. I'm a partner, so I did it for subs and donations or tips and hosts. You don't have to do all of those things. If you're not a partner, you can just ignore the sub part. Once you're all done setting this up, then you go up the page where I can't show you. Copy the URL that's there. Then you're going to go back to this page. Alert box loaded. All right, so now we've got it. The way I have my layout, my words come out kind of low. So maybe I'll just move it down so that way they kind of hit down. Well, no, we'll do it where they hit about, they'll hit about right here. Okay. So what you can do is go back to Streamlabs. And if you go up just a little bit, you can do test follow. Okay, that time it didn't show the text. I don't know why. Let's try it one more time. Okay, so my alerts weren't popping. I could hear them, but I couldn't see them. And I was like, what's going on? And it's exactly what I had mentioned earlier. You need to make sure that your layers are in the correct order. You want the alert box usually on top or really close to the top layer. I didn't notice it was actually underneath this image and it just wasn't working. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test the follow button to see what happens. There we go. Moto is now following. Now this, you're not going to see this on the stream, these gray boxes. That's just for you so you can visualize what you're looking at. All right, let's go ahead and test to see if I get like a donation or a tip. All right, so that worked. So it's up to you how you want those alerts to look and how to set them up. It's super simple. And if your preview doesn't work, just make sure you're not trying to hit like test follow, test host, too close to back, because sometimes it makes it not show up. But there's a host. And that's how you do it. It's super simple. The key is just making sure you go over here to widgets, alert box, and set up how you want it to look and sound. And then just add in that URL that is right up there in here, and you're good to go. All right, so for the next part, let's say that you're lucky enough that you've gotten some awesome people to give you tips or donations on stream, and you want to show that to your viewers. Now, what I've done is I've added down here a little fade, like a dark fade, that will help the letters stand out a little bit without being too obtrusive. Some people will put like a bar down here. I mean, you could put the tips anywhere up here. It just depends on your look and your style. So what we're going to do is go back up, third-party integrations. We're still going to go with Streamlabs. And now we're going to add a donation ticker. So it doesn't have to be only the alert. So we're going to name this, we'll name this tips. Tip ticker. We'll call it tip ticker. All right. So we've got that. You go back over to Streamlabs. You want to go through and do all the settings for how you want this to look. You can change the wording from donation to tipped if you want, show how many donations you want to show. You can go in and change the look, the colors, the fonts, how fast it's moving, everything. You get it all set. You hit save. And then right up here, you're going to copy this URL. And you're going to paste it in right here. Now it says donation ticker loaded. Streamlabs donation ticker will now be deployed. All right, so, here it is right here. Let me grab that. You click this to select it. And let's see. Maybe I'll make it just a hair bigger. You're not going to see this. Now let me see if this will let me trim. Well, we could you could have it where it goes all the way across the screen even. But I'm going to do it just something like this, maybe right here. Okay. And so I've got that, but to me, it looks funny because like it ends right there. And I'm like, I don't know. To me, it bothers me. So what I'm going to do is add text. And I don't know if they have the same font that I'm using right now. It doesn't look quite like it, so I'll just go with this slab and I'll say recent tips. Now, obviously it's not going to look quite right because it's not the same font. You'll want to get matching fonts. So now you've got a donation. Well, that's really bothering me. Okay, it's really bothering me, guys. Let's make it look, oh no. So you see how I did that? You can actually lock layers so you don't move them around. So now, look, I can't move that by accident anymore. But this text layer, let's find a better anything. Here, we'll just use Oswald, and we'll just keep it white. We'll just keep it at white. Okay, there we go. So it's still a little too big. Let me shrink it down. It's really nice, though, that they have all this stuff, right? So now you've got a donation or tip ticker right there. And you can play with this all you want. Like, you can do so many different things. I really need to get this a little more even. There we go. We'll just raise that up just a hair. But yeah, so now you have a donation ticker. You have alerts. Maybe you want to add recent followers or maybe an event list. So we're going to do that in just a second. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you on Streamlabs is an event list. This is a list that stacks up and shows who your latest followers are, your subs, tips, hosts, whatever you want. And it's a good way to like shout out people that are supporting you. So all you're going to do, just like the others, you go to your layers, add layer, third party, Streamlabs, select it. Now for this, you're going to want to go back over to Streamlabs and you go to widgets, event list. And you can see here, I've got one set up and it's using this color. This is the theme Slick. And I want it to show donations, follows, subs, resubs, and hosts. But you can uncheck any of those you don't want to show. I've got max for events. I've done the colors and font sizings and animations. You get all those settings, hit save. You go up here that I can't show you, copy your link, and you come back over here. You've got it right here. Now I'm going to make it a little bigger so you can see it clearer. Just put it up here in the upper right. Let's try to match it with the other side. Deselect it, and there you go. Right up here, you have an event list. It's showing this person followed, this one hosted, this one followed, that one followed. And there's different layouts if you don't like the ones that kind of trail off and fade. They've got lots of different styling, and you can custom style all of that. So now we've got, images, slideshow. You'll have your video, your game, you'll have your event list, your tip list, and then you're going to have your pop-up alerts for everything that's going on. The key to this is just realizing that you can use, I think, just about any of these widgets. All you got to do is set it up, and then at the top, you copy that URL, and you just go in, say third-party integrations, and then you select the person you're using it, and you put in the URL for that widget. And it's simple as that. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you would like any other help with Lightstream Studio on Mixer, or if you would like to see me make other videos regarding streaming on Mixer, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Feel free to ask questions in the comments, and anytime you would like, you're welcome to stop by my stream, mixer.com/Moto. We can talk about Xbox or Mixer, or games in general. Have a good time. I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe on YouTube. Have a great one. Thanks so much.